this really moved very quickly. Earlier today, I texted White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, who texted me back a quote from the president saying that he has confidence in Attorney General Bondi, but and that she was safe in her role. However, now that does not seem to be the case, with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche now acting Attorney General.
So let's talk more about Todd Blanche and kind of what this means going forward. If we can pull up that X post that we just got in from now the acting Attorney General Blanche, where at the very end of it there, where he says, "We will continue backing the blue, enforcing the law, and doing everything in our power to keep America safe." Julia, my question for you, what do you think this means there are so many ongoing investigations happening. The first one that comes to mind, the Epstein files. What does this mean going forward as far as that hot topic, which we know has been extremely contentious and has really, in many ways, split parts of the Republican Party?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'm going to be looking for, Nichole, is how Todd Blanche deals with the House Oversight Committee. We've seen that the House Oversight Committee, even though Republicans control the committee, they have not been afraid to ask very tough questions about the Epstein files and really dig into that. So I am curious to see how Todd Blanche handles that going forward. Also curious to see, how long he's in this role, if he's going to be a permanent fixture in this role. Now he's just acting Attorney General, but will there be, more of a move to instill him permanently in this role? We know that there was a lot of chatter this morning that Lee Zeldin, the EPA administrator, could have been a potential contender for the role of AG, but now it is Todd Blanche. It'll be interesting to see how he handles this and also how he responds, I think, to a number of court cases, Supreme Court cases, going forward. I mean, for example, you saw Attorney General Pam Bondi going with President Trump yesterday to the Supreme Court to listen to oral arguments over the birthright citizenship case. Once the ruling comes down, there's not much, an Attorney General, I think, can do. But it will be interesting to see if Todd Blanche is a yes man to President Trump and if he, acts in this role in a very political manner.
And I have to ask you, we don't know how long, as you mentioned, Blanche will remain in this role. We don't know if he will be the nominee to take over in an official capacity. But we know that Pam Bondi's confirmation hearing was extremely contentious, as were so many members of President Trump's administration. How tough is it going to be to confirm someone to replace her? When many critics are saying that the president is using this position essentially to go after his enemies.
I think it depends really on who the person is. It's going to be, I think, whoever, goes through the nomination process is going to face an uphill climb. But I think it depends who the person is, what kind of record they have, what kind of relationship they have with President Trump. So I think a lot of it's going to depend on those factors.
And I have to ask you really quickly, I know you said you were just texting with Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. We just saw Kristi Noem ousted just a few weeks ago. Now today, Pam Bondi is getting the boot. Is it possible that we're going to see more members of President Trump's cabinet kicked out and fired? I mean, during his first term, there was a revolving door in many cases. Not so much so far this term, but now more than a year in. Is it possible this is now the beginning of more firings?
Yeah, I mean, during the first term, there certainly was a revolving door much earlier on. This administration has been much more, I think, organized and, united for the most part. But now that we're over a year in, like you said, you have Kristi Noem, you have Pam Bondi. So you have to question, what's next and really what's going into these calculations that President Trump is making to make these decisions.
All right, Julia Manchester with the very latest there out of the White House. Julia, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.